When we think about light tank in WoT Blitz, Crusader always comes up to our mind. And it's not accidental because it's the only level 5 light tank in the game. It's the top level for a representative of this class in the mobile version of the game. Rest of LTs are like kindergarten and they hardly deserve any attention. But we all understand it's not going to stay this way forever, and one day some tank will become the king of the hill. And the danger came from the place we could not even expect. China is the country of origin of the first high-level LT in the world of tanks Blitz. Meet Type 62, Chinese premium level 7 LT. The first thing you see, some unusual patterns. If you look closer, you'll see dragon, the symbol of good beginning in China itself. This unique camouflage couldn't be threatening to your enemies, but unfortunately, as soon as enemy sees your tank through sniper scope to find weak spots in your armor, he'll be everything but afraid. Why? I think you still remember Type 62 was produced in China, and if you take a closer look, you'll see hardly noticeable inscription, Made in China. This tank can be penetrated by tanks of 9th, 8th, 7th level, even stock Crusader will have no problems with it. Even MS-1 easily penetrates today's hero. It feels like layer of camouflage is thicker than this machine's armor. But on the other hand, Japanese tanks recently added to the game are like made of cardboard as well, and nevertheless they are in random like fish in the sea, so they're not as much criticized as their Western brother. This tank is so Chinese, it may start burning from the first hit. That's why it should only be used by a very accurate tankist. Lack of armor has some advantages as well. Having 430 horsepower engine and weight slightly above 21 tons, tank gets good specific power, which can be seen not only in tank's technical characteristics but also in practice. Comet, English medium level 7 tank. Till today it was, I guess, the fastest tank in its class, but if we compare speeds of Type 62 and Comet, then our friend from the foggy Albion will lose at the very start and won't be able to reach 62 neither going on the straight line nor climbing, going down the hill. By the way, 62 is exactly the king of the hill, because this tank doesn't even need an engine boost to climb the colliery not via central road. Even T-43 is knocked down. Chinese tank is the fastest in tilting. Combined with such furious dynamics, you also have a wide overlook, hold 260 meters, now even E-25 doesn't feel safe. The basic and I think the only tactics with this tank, shooting from distant safe positions, often hiding after enemies' backs, cause speed lets you quickly invade your enemy's base and shoot them in the sterns. Why sterns? Firstly, the tank's penetration is weak, but it's obvious the tank is late. Being involved in shooting with heavy tanks face-to-face is the straight way to hunger, and if your enemy is as well of higher level, you'll have to load gold all that time. What, by the way, won't make you poor, tanks premium. Aiming at hatches won't be a problem, stabilizer is wonderful. A question how many shots will be fired before we're hit with highly explosive shell by some KV-2. Gun of this LT is able to fire 10 shots with average damage of 180, which gives us about 2000 damage per minute. In such occasion we can knock enemies of all levels down in seconds. And one more important fact is the class of the tank itself. It's LT and it's premium, so we get profitability and experience, and it's exactly what it takes to farm skills. Yes, we can still do it with Crusader, but here it will be much more fun and much faster. An experienced player who buy these tanks get their arms straight-ended for free because LT is the most skill-dependent class. While using this tank you should stick to some basic rules. Be invisible, you don't have any armor. Type 62 is the eyes of the team. Using dynamics, invisibility and overlook highlight enemies in both beginning and the end of the game. While picking inventory, you'd better take coated optics instead of improved ventilation, and add adrenaline, additional meal and universal repair pack to the equipment. Have golden you even thought you shoot enemies in weak spots? Sometimes you may have to struggle with your enemies face to face, and then only hit shells can save your life. One more interesting fact about this tank: don't be afraid to clinch. Firstly, low profile and super trooper dynamics will ensure your supremacy in the close battle. Secondly, what may surprise you, ricochets are not so rare in close battle, sometimes from gun turret, sometimes from mask. In summary, even such cardboardish tank can cause some trouble. Taking farming, those are the numbers we get. At the top, getting 2000 of damage not using gold, our profit are about 60,000 for premium account, certainly. If you're playful gold, you may hope for 20,000 if the occasion is fortunate. And experienced players, even going with the first rays of the sun, may hope for up to 10,000 a battle. If you're a player with purple stats, then your farming will have no limits, and you'll be able to get up to 130,000 of silver a battle. It's summary time. What would this tank give a player? Fast arms trading and fast upgrade of LT skills. In addition, this tank have the nicest camouflage and the best dynamics. And this is the only high level LT in the game. Yes, on the bottom of the list this tank needs gold shells, but such machine surely deserves your attention. Talking about Crusader, its time is gone. It's Dragon time.